What's up everyone, I hope everyone is doing well. So today we are going to do the last trade recap of the month. I did 3 in one live stream where I broke down every single trade that I took, meaning that I did a weekly trade recap. One thing that I want to emphasize is I am not going to continue doing this weekly, and the reason for that is because I want to avoid emotional attachment to my results. This is because if you know how much percentage you are running every single month, you are going to be unconfident or maybe overconfident. Most of you are. I certainly am, because if I see that I'm running a lot of profit, I'm like, oh my god, like I'm such a good trader and so on. Boom, overconfidence kicks in, you start entering in more trades and you start taking more losses, and boom, there you go to a negative month. On the flip side, you can have a negative month, negative maybe first 1 week or 2 weeks, and you're like, oh my god, like this is not working, let me try to make this back, or oh, I don't want to enter in this trade, don't want to enter in another loss, and all of a sudden you're not entering in the winners too. So one thing that I would definitely recommend is, if you have a Notion template with your profit and loss, hide the profit and loss, so you never know throughout the month how much you are running. And this is very good for your psychology. Make sure to do the most to avoid being overconfident or underconfident. In this channel, we've talked about being overconfident and underconfident, and you can check the videos in the top right corner. I think they are very, very good videos, so make sure to check those out. But let's skip the chit chat and let's dig straight into the trade recap. Okay, so Euro US dollar. I did not enter in any trades in Euro US dollar, but I do know that some of you actually entered in this trade, which I caught live on my day in the life. So if you want to check that out, make sure to check the top right corner. So this was the possible entry that you guys could have entered if you are trading the same way that I am. And if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. This was a very precise entry. You just get tagged in and it goes, and you lock in profits right here for 12%. This was a great trade. The reason I did not enter in this trade was for 2 reasons. One, I don't like these big pullbacks that come all the way up to the high. I do not like those, and because of that, I wasn't even thinking about entering in this trade. The second thing is that I knew what news created this big candle, and because I knew that the market is very volatile right now, like the stock market is down, crypto market is very down, like all these things are very volatile right now, and I want to avoid being in very volatile price action, because this could have also like tagged you out with a big wick and then continue going down. Now, if you don't backtest news, then don't trade news. This is something that I preach too, but it's not something that I implement, because once I know that they're news, I become a little bit more emotional. So I did not enter in this trade, and I'm happy for any one of you that did enter in the trade. Year Japanese yen. Okay, let me tell you one thing. I have a love-hate relationship with Year Japanese yen. I don't know what it is. Well, I kind of do, which is I have a very low strike rate on Euro Japanese yen. But once I do enter in trades, in good trades, then they bank me some good amount of percentage. 5%, 7%, 4%. Those are the trades that I have on Euro Japanese yen. But then this pair with clean price action starts giving me losses. And I'm like, oh my god, like... And the problem is me. The problem is not the pair. The pair has always done this. So I need to go back to my price action and my backtesting and backtest it again and understand where the problems are within my trading. What happened is we saw this trade last week, so if you want to check it out, you can check the top right corner where I break this trade down. But basically we have this ascending channel right here, impulse down, almost like a triple top right here, impulse down, pull back, impulse down, and once again, Year Japanese yen loves ugly price action. So after this ugly price action, I decided to enter. You just get tagged in right here and it starts moving down. We had profits locked in right here. You could have scaled in right here, but I did not like this type of scalings. I want the trade to be quick, so boom, getting boom, tagged in and goes. This is what I like in your Japanese yen and most of the pairs really. So you could have entered right there, but I personally did not enter because this was a slow trade to shape up. And then we just break this low right here. We lock in profits right here. We pull back, break the low again. We lock in profits. And how do we break the low? We break the low with this beautiful candles, with this beautiful show of momentum down. And I was like, okay, there's still momentum short. I want to enter. What happens? Beautiful trade. I put my entry on the line. I think I got tapped in and it started going. Okay, no, this just tapped me in and it started retracing a little bit, but then it just completely went to my stop loss. And I'm fine with it. I was fine with it. We had this trade also running 5.2%, so I was fine with it. And then what happens if we just start impulsing up, ascending channel right here, small ascending channel, and what is this? Let me ask you again, what is this? This is ugly price action. We go back to the range, we have very wicky price action, wicky ascending channel, and so on. We start moving down. And I'm like, okay, the bigger trend is short. You can see like this is a beautiful trend, short. You just need to zoom out a little bit and you'll see the trend is short. And what happens is I start thinking if I can enter short. And what happens afterwards is we just break the high right here. We just break the high and we retrace. This shows me selling pressure, but I wasn't convinced yet. So this candle just broke the high again and retraced, showing that there's no momentum up. There's no momentum. It cannot go up. And then we wick again and we retrace, and I was like, okay, I'll enter now. I'm happy with the 1% risk right here with the possible reward. So let's see. And the trade starts impulsing down. Very nice. It was running at a point, it was running 3%. We reduce our loss to like minus 0.8, and then it simply tags me out. So it impulses up, tags me out, and it is what it is. Reduced loss, we can consider it a full 1% loss because it was 13 out of 15. So minus 0.86%. But overall, I don't think I'm happy with this trade. But this is something that I need to go back to the price action, because once again, like very wicky price action. You see, this is very wicky. We were inside a range. And then this candle was not the best also. The ascending channel is very forced. Like you see that this trade is not a nice trade. It's not a nice looking trade. And that's why I have a love-hate relationship with your Japanese yen, because it then starts going. It really starts going. And I'm like, oh my god, maybe this is the secret. You need to enter in very ugly trades just like this. So yeah, this was it for your Japanese yen. I take the two hits right here of two minus 1% losses and a 5.2% win, making this a 3.2% week for Euro Japanese yen. The last that I've taken trades on was Aussie US dollar. Aussie US dollar was very nice. I caught this on the day in the life, or did I? No, I did not. But what you can see if I go back a little bit is that we have this very nice momentum short. We see that the trend is short. You can see this clearly. Boom. The trend is short. Right here, we start breaking these lows and we start losing momentum. Yes, right here, we start losing momentum. And I was like, okay, maybe the trend might shift and we have this very nice impulsive candle up, but I was not convinced because we had to go back to the inside bar right here and we had just broken this high. So the pullback was quite big, and if this were to happen to me with the trend, with the overall trend, I was thinking if this pulls back, then it's probably going to break lower. We start breaking lower, we break the low and we retrace, we break the high and we retrace, and what happens afterwards? Boom, very solid impulsive candle down. And this to me was like, yeah, there's still a lot of momentum short. And once again, what's the higher time frame trend? It's bearish. So if the higher time frame trend is bearish and I'm seeing after a correction momentum to the overall trend, I want to enter. So I set the trade. I didn't even think about it. What happens? I get just tapped in. This is beautiful. These are the type of trades that I love, where you get tapped in and it starts going. This is lovely. And then afterwards we start impulsing down. No real place to lock in profits as of yet. Right here you could have entered here, but I had a still full 1% risk on the table and I was sleeping too, so I did not enter. And then the trade started moving down. We break the low, we retrace, and I was like, okay, maybe we are inflecting again. Maybe I'm going to get taken out. We start impulsing again and I was like, okay, perfect, let's go. And what happens? This just taps the low. It just breaks the low by 2 points. So 0.2 pips, and it impulses up. My bot manages my trade right here. So I wasn't on MetaTrader when this broke the low, but my bot managed the trade right here for 4.73%. And as soon as I checked my phone, I was like, God damn, this is a lot of momentum up. And because of that, I decided that I wanted to enter long because the risk reward was worth it. It's a 1% risk for the possibility of maybe like testing the previous highs, even if it's just here, 3.7, 6.5, 12%. And if we go all the way up to the high, like whatever, here we are just imagining, I understand. But for the 1% risk, I was happy entering in this trade. What happens? Boom, I get tapped in. We break the high, reducing my risk to around 9.6 divided by 15, 0.64% risk, and then I get tapped out just at the end of the market, which I was kind of happy with, and I will tell you why. I don't like to hold trades over the weekend when they are very close to my stop loss or when they are in drawdown, because with spreads, with the possibility of gaps and all that, like I just don't like to hold break-even trades or losing trades over the weekend. It's just very risky maybe. And if you have a big account, then even more. So I take the 0.64% loss with the 4.73% win. So net around 4% profit right here on Aussie US dollar. Aussie Japanese yen, there were no trades right here. It was just kind of range bound the whole week. We have this descending channel, impulse up, and then we were just ranging. We move down, we move up very impulsively, move down impulsively. We range. So I know that some of you took this trade right here, but that to me was not something that I would personally enter. So let's see how much I netted for this week. Okay, so just a quick recap. We profited 5.2% on Euro Japanese yen. We took a 1% loss and a minus 0.86% loss, which gives us a total of 3.34. Aussie US dollar, we have this nice 4.73% trade and a 0.64% loss, which is 4.09%, which gives us a total of 7.43% for this week. I finished this month either barely above double digits or just below double digits, so it was between 9 and 11%. I can't really remember, but let me check. Okay, so I've finished the month. The month has not finished yet, but it was just above double digits, so it was around 10.18%, which was a great month. I'm very happy with it. I'm happy with the fact that I entered in a lot of trades that I was confident with. Some trades I wouldn't enter again, but that's just for me to go back, do the ASR once again and fix my mistakes. And that's normal. You will always have it. Like, I'm sure that even my mentor, which you can check the link in the description, still makes mistakes, and it's fine. We are all human and we are going to keep on making mistakes. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, let me know your feedback in the comment section below. I don't believe that I'm going to do this a weekly thing. I'm going to maybe do it a monthly thing. Let me know if you want to see that in the comment section below. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Peace. Check the day in the life.